importance of free speech today?
This absolutely disgusts me. Today, Keir Starmer had the audacity to blatantly lie to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, on not one, but two occasions. Listen to the first big fat lie.
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
we've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud about that.
Excuse me? We've had free speech for a very, very long time here and we're really proud of that? Are you serious? Lucy Connolly is still behind bars and you are saying this literally right after we have had the news come out that you are having an elite police task force set up to monitor anti-migrant social media posts. If that is not a big fat lie and gaslighting, I don't know what is. And to lie not just to the British public, but right to the face of the President of the United States is disgusting. But that's not the only lie he told. I'm not sure which of the two is worse, but I'm going to show you the second one right now.
What's your advice on the small boats crisis, Mr. President? How would you deal with it? What's your advice on dealing with the small boats crisis in this country? The small boats crisis.
It's about the boats coming over the channel, so we're taking a lot of action to stop people coming over the channel who shouldn't be here. Stopping them coming in the first place.
Well, look, immigration is a big factor, and I think, frankly, if they're coming from other countries and you don't know who they are, and are they coming from prisons? We have them where they came in from prisons. We're moving them all out. We had a border last June, just recent, last month. We had 0 people come into the country, 0, other than coming through legal means. If you're stopping immigration and stopping the wrong people, I give my hats are off to you. You're doing not a good thing. You're doing a fantastic thing. So I know nothing about the boats, but if the boats are loaded up with bad people, and they usually are, because other countries don't send their best. They send people that they don't want, and they're not stupid people.
Wait for Starmer's reply.
They send the people that they don't want. And I've heard that you've taken a much stronger stance on them.
Yeah, we've done all the work stopping them coming. We just signed an agreement to return them, and we've returned 35,000, in fact, under the first year of this Labour government, of people who shouldn't be in this country. So we're very pleased that we're getting on with returning people who've got no right to be here.
That's great.
Excuse me?
I love this country. My mother was born in, as you know, born in Scotland, and it's an incredible place, a beautiful place. And if that be the case, I congratulate you. That's exactly, because Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And they've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it, and you can't do that. This is a magnificent part of the world, and you cannot ruin it. You cannot let people come in here illegally. And what happens is there'll be murderers, there'll be drug dealers, there'll be all sorts of things that other countries don't want. And they send them to you,
already
them
happening
to us, and you've got to stop them. And I hear that you've taken a very strong stand on immigration, and taking a strong stand on immigration is imperative.
I mean, that is just gaslighting on another scale. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying this video. Let's just talk about that. I mean, what he said there was he worded it carefully, but let's be clear. Keir Starmer basically completely lied there and very strongly suggested that he has deported 35,000 people who have come across here on a boat to make it look and sound like to Donald Trump that he is taking a strong stance on this and he is making big progress on this issue. He thinks that he can fool Donald Trump and looks like he's slightly succeeding because Donald Trump, he's busy with what's going on in America. He's just not following super closely exactly what is going on here domestically in Britain. Okay, so Keir Starmer says, yeah, we're taking a really strong stance on the boats. We have deported 35,000 people who should not be here. That sentence is very clearly suggesting that Keir Starmer is insinuating that the 35,000 people he has deported are people who came here on boats. But that couldn't be further from the truth. That is a blatant lie. The people he has deported are people who came to this country legally. They are people who overstayed their visas. We're talking about people like Vietnamese nail workers. They came here legally. They are like some of the least threatening migrants in our society. And they have been paid $3 grand each pocket money to leave the country. He's not sorted out the small boats crisis. Yes, he said, oh yeah, we're making huge progress because we've signed some deal with France. I'm sorry, the boat numbers are at record highs. You cannot claim that you are making huge progress on this issue until the numbers are coming down. I'm sorry, else it is blatant lying. And I wish that I was there. I wish I was there in Scotland, right there, to be able to jump in and say to Trump, no, 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 no. Keir Starmer is literally completely lying to your face. He is lying to the President of the United States. I think that is disgusting. If Keir Starmer lies to me, that's one thing, but lying like that right in front of the President of the United States, I think is just, it's vile. It's absolutely vile. How disrespectful can you be to essentially the biggest leader in the Western world, to just gaslight him and pretend to him that you have deported 35,000 people who have come here on a boat when you haven't deported any of them, or maybe a few of them, nowhere near 35,000. And to stand there and claim that we have free speech in Britain and you're really proud of it, when you are setting up an elite police task force to focus on monitoring our anti-migrant social media posts. Unbelievable. Let me know in the comments if you are as angry as I am about this. Those clips there were from Bev Turner and Chris Hope from GB News questioning Keir Starmer and Donald Trump there in Scotland. And I think you will have noticed from Keir Starmer's body language in those videos that he gets quite nervous when GB News asks him a question, because he knows it will be difficult to answer. And he very much struggled without lying to do so there. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any more videos. See you next time.